Cold weather is here in New Jersey, and this is the time when people start having dry skin, rashes, and all the flare-ups of other skin conditions. Hello, my name is Dr. Vikram Gupta, and I'm a board-certified physician practicing in northern New Jersey. I think it'll be pretty helpful for my patients and their friends and family to learn about these medical issues that we all have to encounter at some point in our lives. The more we understand these conditions, the less afraid we are of them. So today, let's dive into understanding more about what causes dry skin and the rashes associated with that, and is there something simple that we can all do to improve our skin. You're probably experiencing a lot of dry skin and you've been using a lot of moisturizer, but nothing seems to be helping. Now, if we don't treat this, it can progress to long-term skin damage called eczema, which is much harder to treat. Now, if you have other underlying medical conditions like diabetes or other immunocompromising conditions, this can be even harder on you. So what causes the skin to be more dry? First of all is the weather. When it's cold weather or very windy weather or sometimes even very hot weather, that can affect the skin and make it more dry. If there's low humidity in the environment, your body loses moisture. During the winters, the heat is turned on, and everywhere you have different kinds of heat, like whether it's gas heat, it's blower, or oil heat, but the hot air will suck out the moisture from your skin. Frequent hand washing and use of hand sanitizers, that's a big one for making the skin dry. Some people will have underlying skin conditions like acne, rosacea, atopic dermatitis, or different rashes that are already there. They are going to get worse with a decrease in humidity, the cold, windy weather. Some people just have more sensitive skin. That might be genetic, so you're more prone to developing these rashes or dry skin when the environmental factors are not excessively bothersome to others. Some of these factors may not be quite under your control, but one thing that's actually in your control, and it's the simplest one that might make the biggest difference of all, is how you wash your hands or your body. So what can we do to prevent this? If we can reduce the number of factors that affect the skin and make it dry, the less we'll have to deal with. Up until now in my office, I've only recommended increasing the use of moisturizers. That means every time you wash your hands, you moisturize your hands, and if you have to do it 10 times, you do it 10 times. And the use of hand sanitizers should only be if you cannot wash your hands. It should not be out of laziness. Hand sanitizers have a much more negative effect on the skin because it's alcohol based and it dries out your skin instantly. Up until now, that was my recommendation, but it wasn't quite working for a lot of people just because it's not feasible to be moisturizing your hands all the time. So I started reading more about this and I came across something very intriguing. I stumbled upon the concept of Syndets, synthetic detergents. I realized that not every soap is soap. There's a concept of soaps and Syndets, synthetic detergents. I realized that the Syndets are the real key to better skincare. Before I further explain this, the concept we need to understand is the concept of pH. If it's low, it's acid, and if it's high, it's alkaline. You've heard these terms before, acid and alkaline. Alkaline batteries, acid reflux. And that is pretty much where this comes from. The neutral pH is 7. That means 7 is in the middle. If you go down, that's towards acid. If you go up, it's towards alkaline. Going in either directions is not good for our skin. Our skin's pH is about 5.5 and neutral pH is 7. Now, most of the soaps are actually alkaline. It's hard to make soaps with a lower pH. This is where the Syndets come in, synthetic detergents. They can actually have a lower pH, which is easier on the skin. They're called mild cleansers, and that's how they are marketed at. They're much safer than any other soap that you can find, and they're way milder on the skin. Interesting things that I found is Dove is actually not a soap. It's known as a mild cleanser, and I think of all the ones that I would recommend is Dove Sensitive Skin because it has good pH and it has added moisturizers in that, so it's best for the skin. Another one that is plant-based is Puracy. People with acne, rosacea, and other conditions like atopic dermatitis, they also benefited from using Syndets a lot more than just using water or plain soap. I'll talk more about other factors if you want to leave comments, and if you want me to talk about some other stuff or help you understand something better, please let me know and I'll do my best. Thank you.